funny thing about making space within yourself for future manifestations and for the ability to bring things into your life is that making space implies that it is gradual. When we move, we don't pick everything up at once and put it on the truck all at once, right? We take one box at a time. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and here on this channel we talk about flexibility of the mind, body, and spirit. Today I would like to discuss making space for all of the things that we'd like to manifest and bring into our lives. If there's something that you want to manifest, if there's something that you want to possess and you want to bring into your life in order to enhance your life experience, you must have space in order to keep that thing, right? And we're not only talking about physical space, we're also talking about mental and emotional space. The example that we are going to use for this video is that of a new relationship. Let's say you want a new boo. Breaking it down, physically, if you just broke up with someone and you still have their belongings in your home and you want somebody new to move in with you, that's not possible because you still have old belongings from your past relationship. If you just broke up with someone and you want to start thinking about a new person, if you have not made mental space, every time you attempt to explore a new relationship or think about the possibility of a new relationship, your mind will start to compare the new relationship to the old relationship because you have not made space. Finally, let's talk about emotions. Let's say that in your last relationship, your partner made you feel unloved, your partner was selfish, your partner didn't think about your needs. Let's say that all of that stirred up a lot of anger. If you start to look for a new relationship, if you start to look for someone else to love, you will not be able to fully and completely love that person because emotionally your heart still has anger that it needs to process, and you still need to go through the act of forgiveness. So you still also have that emotional space being taken up. If a person doesn't know how to make space within themselves, it can seem like a very overwhelming process. Trust me, I get it. But it's a lot easier than it seems. I think the first step in learning how to make space for new things within our lives is recognizing presence. So to me, presence is the ability to be in the present moment. This can be for 30 seconds, this can be for 10 minutes, this can be for an hour. Being present implies that a person is in the moment, so they are not becoming anxious because they're thinking about the future, and they are not becoming depressed because they're pining over the past. Also, when you learn how to be present, you learn how to just be. Again, this could be for 30 seconds, this can be for 10 minutes. It depends on your experience with practicing being present. But when you know how to just be, if you have a lot of mental things, if you have a lot of emotional things, if you have a lot of physical things holding you back, when you learn how to just be, you're able to separate the idea of what your ego thinks you need from what you actually need, which is nothing because you already have the ability to be. So that makes it easier to understand like what parts of your life are necessary and what parts of your life serve you and what parts of your life you're just holding on to for various reasons. And that becomes apparent when you learn how to just be in a space of being, and then you start to bring back all of the thoughts, all of the things associated with your identity. When you learn how to just be, you also learn how to control your thoughts, because when you're in a state of being, you're not thinking very much, if at all. You're more so enjoying your five senses. So if you learn how to control your thoughts, you also have control over your actions and your emotions. So let's say you're at this place in your life where you know you need to make space for something. You know that you're blocking your own blessings because you do not have space within yourself. For example, if you want that new partner, but you know that you still have so much weight from that last partner, or you want a new job, but you are so overwhelmed by the current responsibilities of your job, and you feel like if you look for another job, that'll just be like too much peril, and you don't want to endanger your current circumstances, so you stay at the current job. If you're in a space right now where you feel like you can't welcome in anything new, I suggest monitoring your thoughts. And when you start to have thoughts that bring you back to your current situation or a past situation, you replace that thought with what you want the situation to be. So let's go back to that job example. Let's say that you're working somewhere and it's fine, it's not horrible, but it's also not great, but you're also not passionate about it. But again, having a job is stability, and that's what you're holding on to. You're holding on to the stability. So let's say you are at work and you think just for a fleeting moment about your dream job, and you start to become uncomfortable because you realize that your current job is out of alignment with yourself. You have all this resistance because you want to find another job, but you don't want to lose the stability of the job that you have now. So when you start to think about possibly finding another job, all the red flags come up, all the blocks come up, all the thoughts come up to say, hey, why are you even bothering to think about this, right? So when that happens, when your mind says, hey, hold up, you don't have to think of anything else because we're fine right now, nothing has to change. When that happens, give yourself permission to not only visualize you having your dream job, but also visualize it in a way where you still feel stable, where you still feel financially competent, where you still feel like you're in a place where you can pay your bills, you can expect the money that you want, but you're passionate about what you're doing. Replace the fearful thoughts with those thoughts. Replace the thoughts that hold you back with thoughts that will push you forward. The funny thing about making space within yourself for future manifestations and for the ability to bring things into your life is that making space implies that it is gradual. When we move, we don't pick everything up at once and put it on the truck all at once, right? We take one box at a time. And I genuinely and deeply believe that it's the same process whenever you're trying to change anything about yourself, because we are all products of years and years of experience. So it's not going to take one or two thoughts or one or two actions to change our whole realities. So when you commit to making space for all of the good things that you want to bring into your life, know that you don't have to be perfect. Know that it's okay if every single time you don't replace the thought. Know that it's okay that you're not making as much space as you want to on a certain day. One day you might move one box, one day you might move two boxes, the next day you might not move any. But making space is making space. And the intention to make space is also progress. I think that there is such huge importance in the attempt to make space and also in the act of making space. The final act of making space, because the whole journey, the whole process of making space, you are letting go of something that has held you down. You are letting go of something that you are choosing to not have in your life anymore. So by doing this, you are making peace. And that's something that's way undervalued and that we do not talk about enough, the importance of making peace with past situations so that we can move on to new situations. When you make space, you are closer to alignment with your highest self, because you're no longer letting something that happened in the past decide what you are thinking, doing, and feeling right now in this moment. You are deciding what you want to feel right now in this moment, and there is power in that. A lot of times, past situations can control us. So by making space, by cleaning out these past situations, you become the one who is in control. You are now acting the way that you want to act, not the way that all of the thoughts created from a past situation are telling you to act. When you are acting the way that you choose to act, the chances of you self-sabotaging go way down because you're conscious. You're being mindful. You're being mindful of your thoughts and your emotions. And when you are mindful of those two things, you don't just act on autopilot. You don't just do. But when you are controlled by past situations, oftentimes, in order to protect yourself from that very situation happening again, you get on autopilot mind and you make decisions that you may not even really agree with. So there is so much importance in making space. There is so much importance in spring cleaning. And some of us, we just have a closet that we have to clean out. Some of us, we've been hoarding for the past 10 years. It is what it is, and some of us are right in the middle. We're all in a different place. But the beautiful thing is we all have the option to move one box a day. You feel me? Okay, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up so that other people on YouTube know that it is valuable and that they should watch it. If you'd like me to expand on anything that I talked about in the video, just let me know and I'll be happy to in the comments. And last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed so you can be around for the next video. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.